Do you know what it's like to start something, get excited about it, take the first step, get the momentum going, and then for some reason, stop? Stop before you get to your desired outcome. Stop before you get to your breakthrough. Stop before you complete the project, whatever the project was. Stop before you getting what you want. If that sounds familiar or if that resonates with you, then I made this video just for you. And we are kindred spirits. So welcome to my world, right? I want to share with you what I have learned about the start stop cycle and what you can do to overcome it, because that used to be me. And now I have learned why I get stuck in that and how to get unstuck so I can gain that momentum and become unstoppable. Because that's what we're talking about. We're in our fifth decade. It's time for us to become unstoppable in pursuing our goals, our aspirations, and our dreams, and becoming the spiritually strong woman that I believe the Most High created us to be. So, the start stop cycle, it's real. I don't care if somebody say, "Oh, that's not true. Oh, that's made up." No, no, no. I know from my own life experience, it is real. But let me share with you the two things that I've learned and now how I've overcome that. The first thing I've learned is that I start things, I'm excited, that's great. But then along the path, before I get to the outcome that I desire, is that sometimes I get disappointed. That's right. Disappointments come. In fact, they're inevitable. And I don't always know how to respond to the disappointment. And the disappointment will stop me. And before I know it, I have forgotten why I wanted to do what I was doing, what I was doing, and what the outcome was that I was trying to go for, because now I'm consumed with the energy of disappointment. And disappointments are inevitable. But here's the thing, discouragement is a choice. It's a choice in response to the disappointment. And when you get discouraged, doubt comes in. When doubt comes in, whew, you just stop in your tracks. Why? Because it's the death of a dream. It's the death of a goal, because the doubt and the discouragement happen all because of the disappointment. So what I've learned is that disappointments are inevitable. And I have to learn how to respond to disappointments. I have to discipline my emotional response to disappointment, because that's all it is. We get caught up in what didn't happen, what should have happened, what we wanted to happen that didn't happen. And now all of a sudden I'm disappointed, I'm angry, I'm doubtful, I'm confused, I'm sad. Because why? This disappointment that's naturally part of the journey happened, and I'm responding in a way that's draining my energy and keeping me from moving forward. So if you want to go from being stuck to unstuck and break this start stop cycle, the first thing you have to do is learn how to discipline your disappointments, because they're coming. The question is, how will you respond? And the second thing I learned was that I didn't have a system. If I don't have a system to follow through, then I'm not going to follow through because I don't know what to do, right? When you have a system, you can follow step by step by step. And when you come to that fork in the road where you don't know what to do, you can figure it out and then follow the next step. Without a system, you don't achieve your aspirations and your dreams. It goes along with the quote by James Clear, the infamous author of Atomic Habit, one of my favorite books that you got to read. And he talks about, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. If you don't have a system in place, if you don't have those habits that you need in order to become unstoppable, you will definitely get stuck and stop. And the cycle will be how you live your life. But you have the power to break that cycle by building a system that works. And that's what I've learned for me, that my 30-day challenges, my 30-day system, it's how I now stay on track. And I've been doing these 30-day challenges for the past 10 years, and they've gained momentum in the last 5 years. And it's like, now it's a way of life for me, because I know what I have to do. I know what I'm focusing on. I'm clear, and I've got step-by-step plan of action to follow through. And so now when the disappointments come, or now when the part comes where I don't know what to do, or I want to stop, I now have a system that literally holds me accountable, and I can pick up and figure out what's the next thing I have to do, because before I know, it's going to be the end of the month and I want to be able to say, yes, I did it, right? That's part of my system, my accountability, and the structure that I use in order to break the start stop cycle. Without the system, When the disappointments came, when I didn't know what I was going to do or didn't know what the next step do came, I didn't know I had a decision to make and I didn't know what to do, I literally would just stop. And then once you stop and weeks go by or months go by, you're like, you forget it. And you're like, what was I working on? And before you know it, it's 3 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later. And that's why I hear so many women in their fifth decade say, time has passed me by. I thought I was going to do this 10 years ago. What happened? Is that we didn't have a system. So, those are just two things that I wanted to share with you about the start stop cycle. One, you're not alone. Understand that. And it's a part of life, but that you can break that cycle and definitely start again, gain that momentum, and become unstoppable in achieving your goals, your aspirations, and dreams, whatever they may be. You may feel like it's too late, but I'm here to tell you, sis, it's never too late to reinvent yourself and start again. You want to learn more? Check in the description box. Let's work together. Join our Becoming Unstoppable community, which is women, like minded women who are ready to take their lives to the next level and become unstoppable. I love it. I hope this blessed you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.